Donald Trump warns Venezuela's interim president of big price if she resists U.S.
Opening of the exhibition, 80 Years of the National Assembly of Vietnam.
Traditional markets covered by QR codes.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. I'm Hoàng Yên, and here we go, the first up by the show. U.S. President Donald Trump threatened that Venezuela's new leader will pay a big price if she does not cooperate with the United States after the U.S. forces seized and jailed Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro.
Venezuela, so who's in power right now?
If interim President Delcy Rodriguez doesn't do what's right, she's going to pay a very big price, probably bigger than Maduro, Mr. Trump told The Atlantic in a telephone interview. U.S. forces attacked Caracas in early morning of January 3rd, bombing military targets and arrested Nicolas Maduro and his wife to face federal narco-trafficking charges in New York. The Trump administration says it is willing to work with the remainder of Maduro's government as long as Washington's goals, particularly opening access to U.S. investment in Venezuela's enormous crude oil reserves, are met. On the morning of May 1st, Venezuela's interim president Delcy Rodriguez sent a message stating that Venezuela, the U.S., and the region deserve peace and dialogue, not war. The international community continues to express concern, calling for restraint and respect for international law in light of the developments in Venezuela.
North Korean state media on January 5th said that leader Kim Jong-un oversaw the launch of cutting-edge hypersonic missiles to ready the country's nuclear forces for war, citing an urgent geopolitical crisis after a U.S. strike on Venezuela.
The Korean Central News Agency, KCNA, reported the launch was carried out by a fire strike unit of the Korean People's Army, KPA, as part of an evaluation process to assess the readiness, performance, and mobility of hypersonic weapon systems. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un observed the test firing and confirmed that a very important technology task for national defense has been carried out. He praised his missile troops for demonstrating the readiness of North Korea's nuclear forces. The hypersonic missiles were launched from Ryokpo district in the capital Pyongyang and hit targets about 1,000 kilometers away over the sea east of North Korea, KCNA said. The test firing also came on the day that South Korean President Lee Jae-myung departed on his first visit to China.
On the morning of January 5th at Ho Chi Minh Square, the Department of Cultural, Sports and Tourism, in collaboration with the provincial delegation of National Assembly, held the opening ceremony for the photo exhibition 80 Years of National Assembly of Vietnam.
The photo exhibition, 80 Years of the National Assembly of Vietnam, consists of two main themes. Theme 1, with 102 photos, the birth and development of the National Assembly of Vietnam. This section introduces historical milestones, from the first general election in 1946 through the various tenures of the National Assembly across different revolutionary periods. It reflects the process of building and perfecting the organization and operations of the National Assembly, closely following the nation's transformation. Theme 2, with 62 photos. Nghệ An in the 80-year journey of the National Assembly of Vietnam. This section portrays the roles and contributions of the party committee and people of Nghệ An province to the cause of the National Assembly of Vietnam. The exhibition serves as an opportunity for party members and people to look back on the glorious traditions of the National Assembly of Vietnam. It also looks forward to the major national festival, the election of deputies to the 16th National Assembly and People's Councils at all levels for the 2026-2031 tenure. The exhibition will remain open until the end of January 15th.
Upcoming are some updated news.
The Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism said that its cinema department has requested Netflix to remove the film Shine on Me from its website and app. In a notice to Netflix, the department said it had received information that the film was being distributed online in Vietnam via Netflix's website, https://www.netflix.com and app. After review, the department found that the series contains multiple map images depicting the U-shaped line, which are inaccurate and violate Vietnam's national sovereignty, notably in episode 25. The department classified Shine on Me as a C-rated film, prohibited from distribution, citing violations under Point D, Clause 1, Article 9 of the 2022 Law on Cinematography.
The Ministry of Health is drafting a plan to gradually introduce universal free basic health care, aiming to eliminate out-of-pocket payments for essential medical services covered by health insurance by 2030. Under the draft roadmap, from 2026 to 2027, Vietnam will prioritize free annual health checkups or medical screenings for citizens. From 2028 to 2030, the focus will shift to reducing patients' out-of-pocket healthcare spending to 30% or less. Beyond 2030, the health sector aims to achieve universal health insurance coverage, paving the way for free healthcare for all citizens within a basic service package.
During the New Year holidays, the tourism industry recorded a vibrant atmosphere, promising a year of breakthrough growth with a target of welcoming 25 million international arrivals and 150 million domestic visitors. In Ho Chi Minh City, on the morning of January 1st, the city held a ceremony to welcome its first international tourists at Tan Son Hat Airport. Lam Dong welcomed approximately 200 visitors. In Da Nang, more than 1,200 international arrivals were recorded on January 1st. In Hue, the number of tourists was estimated at 85,000, with revenue reaching about 150 billion VND. In Quang Ninh, during the three-day holiday, the province welcomed approximately 530,000 tourists, with total tourism revenue estimated at 1,277 billion VND.
QR code payments and digital apps are becoming a major trend in consumer habits. No longer limited to supermarkets and convenience stores, this payment method is now present throughout the traditional markets. More in the story today.
In Nghệ An, many traditional markets are gradually embracing digital transformation. QR code placards are now placed at numerous stalls. Buyers simply scan the code to complete transactions in seconds, while sellers find it convenient to receive and manage their sales revenue. QR codes are widely used now, from meat and fruit stalls to vegetable stands, making payments much more convenient. Most vendors have also installed voice-notifying speakers to announce transaction amounts. The adoption of QR code payments is becoming an inevitable trend, facilitating trade and steadily driving digital transformation in traditional markets. Most customers pay via bank transfer now, so I printed a QR code for their convenience. I can receive the payment in just a few seconds. For many customers, especially young people, they are already familiar and comfortable with cashless payments. I find bank transfers very convenient. I no longer have to waste time waiting for the seller to give me back my change. Along with the speed and convenience, residents and vendors should remain highly vigilant when using QR code payments. It is essential to double-check transaction details to ensure security in daily trade.
The last story just ended our news today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye for now.